Welcome back to the 2010 Monster Oppy Awards, live from Frickers in Huber Heights.
That's right. We want to thank Jim Manley again and his Frickers staff for all their hospitality tonight. You know, we've seen some great players on offense and defense, great coaches, but how about we put all of those elements together on one very special Friday night under the lights? And for that, of course, it is the Monster Oppy nominees for Game of the Year.
The nominees for the 2010 Monster Oppy Game of the Year are Xenia versus Beaver Creek, Week 4. The Buccaneers and Beavers battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters before Xenia prevailed by a point in overtime, 36-35. Ponitz versus Meadowdale, Week 5. The Panthers and Lions lit up the scoreboard, combining for 98 points. An 8-point game at halftime. Ponitz put up 30 in the third quarter to pull away for a 64-34 victory. Springfield versus Wayne, Week 6. The Warriors rally for 21 points in the fourth quarter to tie the game before a George Walker 92-yard kickoff return gives the Wildcats a 28-21 victory at Hyde Camp Stadium. Springfield and Wayne shared the GWalk Central title, with both teams making the playoffs. Northmont versus Centerville, Week 7. A seesaw battle in the GWalk Central as the Thunderbolts outlast the Elks at Centerville Stadium 24-21. Northmont senior kicker Logan Murphy's 24-yard field goal in double overtime gives Centerville its first loss of the season. Carlisle versus Valley View, Week 8. Carlisle rallies from a 17-point second-half deficit to produce a thrilling last play of the game victory. After the Spartans had taken a 31-27 lead, the Indians' Nick McGill makes a 46-yard Hail Mary touchdown reception with time expiring to give Carlisle its first win against Valley View in 22 years.
And the Monster Oppy Award for Game of the Year goes to... Thank you very much there, Jerica. The winner is... Well, the Game of the Year is... Carlisle over Valley View, 34-31.
I think Coach Jewell is here.
Jewell is here.
Come up and do a quick interview with them. But what a game that was. And that Hail Mary pass, we unfortunately didn't have the video of it, but it was a thriller nonetheless.
And certainly deserving of game. There's Coach Jewell.
An undefeated season.
Coach, here you go. The Monster Oppy Award Game of the Year, 34-31. Take us back to that Friday night, Coach. I mean, it looked like you guys were down and out. How did you come up with that Hail Mary play call, or was it an easy call?
You know, we just had a lot of faith in our boys going in with 40-some seconds left to go in the game. And, you know, the whole sideline seemed calm, and we felt like we could go out there and do it. And they did it. So we were excited about that.
It would be easy to say that game was indicative of this season. Never give up. A big win. And this was indeed a special season for those Indians.
Oh, absolutely. You know, first undefeated season. And those guys, you know, right there, they showed a lot of heart that game. And, you know, what can you say? It was amazing.
Well, how do you take that momentum now and move it on into the postseason? Your record's back to 0-0. You're on even par with everyone. But what do you take from that season for motivation?
Well, you know, we know our kids are they're a group of boys that won't give up. So just go out there, play hard, and, you know, every game in the playoffs is a fight for survival. So, you know, and you just got to go out there and do the best you can and hope things come out your way.
Well, I know that game was special to you, beating Valley View for the first time in decades. But I guess you have to savor it. I guess one more night tonight because you got this award, and then move on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. We're ready to go.
All right, and give us a quick report on how you think this team is going to fare this weekend.
You know, both teams have a lot of talent, and you know, Kenton, as you know, they throw the ball all over the place, but we've got some great DBs, and it's going to be a matchup, and I guess we'll see what happens.
Okay, be honest. Will Kenton run the ball at all?
They will every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Coach Jewell, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Congratulations on the big win over Valley View. Our Monster Oppy Award for Game of the Year, 34-31. Now, you know what? I think it's just about done with the show, Hutch, but wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. There's one last award to give out.
One last award, and for me to give out that final award, I'm going to have to run back to the station real quick for it. So, excuse me. Sorry, Brian. Took me a little bit to get from Huber Heights back here to the station. But here it is, Mr. Davis, the Monster Oppy Award for Best Weather Forecast during a football season. How'd you do? I mean, it's supposed to be hot and thunderstorms early and cold and rainy late, but never that.
I'll tell you, we hardly even had a cloud in the sky the whole 10 weeks of the high school football season. It's just been beautiful. We put a spy on the rain clouds, make sure it couldn't get around the end.
Yeah, so here's how it is. You win the award with thanks to?
Well, our whole weather team. I mean, I'm not just going to take credit for this. Tara and, of course, Jamie, too. We've been keeping an eye on things the whole season.
Yeah, but it's fortunately not so much for the postseason as we take a look at Friday's forecast.
Well, the streak has to end at some time, but, maybe we'll keep the rain and snow away.
Well, we want to thank everybody that tuned in for tonight's 2010 Monster Oppy Awards, and especially to all of you who voted. You were the deciding factor, and we appreciate that involvement. Of course, you can't have a show like this without thanking a lot of people, and we could go on and on forever and ever. Jim Manley, of course, from Frickers. The Monster folks, of course, are here. We want to thank the WDTN Promotions Department, Jason Doyle, our executive producer of the Oppy Awards, our news director, Steve DiOrio, our great sales staff, many of them who are out here tonight. Thank you very much for making this all possible. And, of course, to the young men who play every Friday night and make what we do so enjoyable, and, of course, the coaches who lead the way.
Now, if you're thinking, I just logged on, I had to work or whatever, no problem. You can watch tonight's entire broadcast of the Monster Oppy Awards on demand at WDTN.com. So if you have grandparents around the country or aunts and uncles or whoever, friends, anywhere in America who's got an internet connection can watch the Monster Oppy Awards online at WDTN.com. That's it, and we appreciate everyone who came out here to Frickers in Huber Heights and all of you who logged on. Have a great week.